Stop it. Be quiet. NPG Podcast. All right, now you guys can be a fool. Perfect. What's up, everybody? Brian here with the NPG Podcast number 38, special Halloween edition. Why? Because next week, I'm getting guns. I don't know if anybody can see this, but guns are being pointed at me, even though they can't actually hurt me. I'm still scared for some reason. I don't know why. It's like, don't point those at me. I don't have one. I'm trying to get my daughters. With us today, honestly, to my right,
more terrifying.
To my right, Matt the Action Jackson.
Howdy.
And left, Steven, the voice of North Fortune.
Actually, I'm under you on my screen.
Oh, you're on top of me.
Oh my.
I know. Everybody just calm down. Awesome. Okay. Once again, in case you guys didn't know, we do it live for you on YouTube, sometimes Twitch, depends on how we're feeling. We have 4 topics, 3 of which are our own, and the 4th one we just go into whatever we want to talk about. It goes the following week onto YouTube, iTunes, SoundCloud, from Monday through Thursday, each topic, and Friday being the whole episode. If you want the episode earlier than that, on the MP3 format, please go to patreon.com/nerdtheory and just donate $1 or $5 or $100, whatever you feel comfortable with. $100's probably good, I would think. But I definitely think this episode's worth $1. Now, let's see here. What am I doing? We're going to talk about the movies that scared us the most, or scares us the most. It doesn't have to be from a particular time in your childhood or your adulthood. Just ones that pop out at you, ones that you think about often. And who wants to go first?
I just want to say that it's really great that all of us have our Yetis in plain view.
I know.
This video brought to you by
Yeah, exactly. Phallic-y.
Way to go, Blue.
If it ain't blue, it ain't for you.
It's a good one.
Ow! Son of a bitch. I hate this video format.
So I have 2 movies in particular that are on that list. I don't really have a third. But I thought for a good while on a third movie that at least got my adrenaline going more than any other one.
Mm-hmm.
So at the bottom of that list is The Human Centipede.
Oh. Now,
and
go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to ask you something, but go ahead with it.
No, go right ahead first.
Well, no, I was kind of wondering. I have never seen it. I know what the gist is of it.
Okay.
But, yeah.
So the movie starts off with these 2 girls that are, traveling through Europe. I think they're in Germany. And they get lost and their car breaks down. They're seeking help and they find this mansion, a very nice guy who's a doctor and, seems, not a mansion. Sorry, it's not a mansion at all. It's just a nice big house. But it seems all on the up and up and he's like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll be. And of course it's a horror movie, so that's not how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor's fucking crazy. At one point he, in his younger years, sewed 3 Dobermans ass to mouth.
Ew, you never go ass to
and
mouth.
I think no, but in this movie, that's all it's about. And I think he named it like Fluffy or something.
Okay.
But it was these 3 dogs that were like that. So he's done it with dogs at some point. So why not humans? And he proceeds to knock out these 2 girls, and he also has some Asian dude who's also already locked up in there. And sew them all ass to mouth so they make one giant line. So when one poops, the other one unfortunately ingests it, and then the other one's digested. It's not pleasant at all. And I'm remembering all this, even though I watched the movie probably 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's how good it was. I don't need to watch it again. It was fantastic as it was, and very memorable. But the reason why my adrenaline went so much with this movie is it's one of those films where you're saying to yourself, do this, do this. Why aren't the characters doing this? Come on, don't be stupid. Go here, do this, hide. And they do. They're doing all the things like I was asking them to do. Like, don't go up there without a weapon.
Yeah.
Guy grabs a fucking weapon. You know, just little things. If the whole movie worked perfectly and shit just kept happening to them to knock them down further and further. What I love the most about that is the doctor's German, the two girls are American, and they get sewn to the back. So the only talker for this entire centipede is the Asian dude from Japan, I think. So you can't understand shit almost the entire movie. So yeah, that was an adrenaline bumping movie. If you've never watched it, I would recommend it. It's not for squeamish folk though.
Sure, people shitting inside other people's mouths. I wouldn't imagine so.
Actually, that's not what got me more than the fact that he like removed their kneecaps surgically, so that they can't
like bend their knees forever, like bend their legs.
Right, so they can't get up and do anything. They are crawling around.
Did you see the second one, Matt?
No, I have not. I've heard so many bad things.
I gotta tell you, I'm not gonna tell you a whole lot about it, but it's like you just know that the producers, they sat down in a room and said, "All right, so we did this and this and this. How the fuck can we top it?"
Yeah.
And oh my, did they?
But was it a better movie though?
Yeah.
Considering that's kind of why material, it's kind of it's a meta sequel, right? So like it takes place in a world like our own.
Yeah. Where
there's a movie and this depraved parking garage attendant gets the idea to do it himself.
Parking garage.
Didn't they do the same kind of thing with Blair Witch? The second movie was like the movie existed and these. Okay. All right.
That's exactly how that was.
Okay.
And it sucked.
And we'll come back to that later on with my top movie because it's kind of the same type of stuff. But number 2 is a childhood one.
Okay.
One that terrified the shit out of me and like scarred my mind for many, many years. Creepshow 2.
Oh, the sequel. Okay.
Yeah, the sequel. And the one that got me, I mean, the Wooden Indian Man was scary enough because living in Texas, there was a lot of those weird things. The one who came to life. But the next short that came up after that was the, does anybody know off the top of their head?
I never saw the second one.
Oh, the second one's good. It's just as good as the first one.
Okay.
So, but the second one is these kids that go into a rock quarry. It's a rock quarry lake.
Mm-hmm.
And they get a raft, and they have a little raft that they go out there in. And they're all partying, having fun, you know, it's the typical, like, 3 partiers, 1 virgin, they're all getting drunk and, you know, being stupid. Mm-hmm. And there's a creature that lives in this thing. It's this black blob. And it circles, like, the raft around them. And one of the guys tries to swim out, and he gets, like, devoured very violently, and skeletons popping up and all this stuff because he's being digested right there. And they think they're safe on the raft, but they're not safe on the raft as it goes through the little cracks in the raft and pulls one of them straight down through the cracks. And, like, somehow the ring on them manages to not go through. Everything else did. I don't know. Somehow. And then, like, my favorite part is the ending, which, if you guys have any interest in seeing this, I won't say.
Okay.
But it ends the way I like for things to end.
In a bad way.
And yeah.
Okay.
Now, a large portion of Creepshow is actually based off of Stephen King properties, right? If I understand correctly. That's right.
That's why he's
The Raft is one of my favorite Stephen King short stories, actually.
I never read it. I should, because it sounds like that's what it's on.
It's very 12th gear compared to the movie. Like any Stephen King book versus movie.
Yeah. He's in the first one. The meteor shit.
Yeah, I remember that one, yeah.
Yeah. What's this meteor shit? All done did it now. All done did it. That was such a sad part. Anyway, so I rewatched that movie like I think I was 17. I watched this movie probably when it first came out on VHS, so I was probably about 7 or 8, and it terrified me of ever going on a lake ever again, even though I still did. But I just was always afraid. I was always afraid of it, and then I watched it when I was about 17. And this scary black blob who has haunted my memories for so many years is nothing more than a black trash bag just kind of floating on the water. That's all it is. I was like, God damn it. I was afraid of what?
Oh, man.
And so my very favorite, actually give me one moment on that one.
Okay.
Because I don't think there's a good chance that you guys have seen this. So I want to have a synopsis so I can... Because it'll do better than I ever did on explaining it.
Okay.
But my number one scary movie was made in 2011 by a bunch of Canadians. So
wow.
Thank you to your folk. I love a lot of things Canadian. In case anybody ever thinks I'm being really serious about being negative towards Canada, I love Canada.
Downvoting Canada.
Downvoting, yeah. Thumbs down, downvote. So this movie is called Grave Encounters.
Oh, yeah.
And it was fantastic. And if you remember our episode that we were talking about last week, where I was talking about things that actually frighten me, this does it perfectly. So here's what it says. The footage, or it's a shot in found footage style, so kind of like Blair Witch.
Mm-hmm.
The footage follows the crew of a paranormal reality television program, and they are mocking Ghost Hunters, Ghost Adventures, all those shows. They mock them all, and they do a great job of it. Who lock themselves in a haunted psychiatric hospital in search of evidence of paranormal activity, as they shoot what ends up becoming their final episode.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Written and directed by the Vicious Brothers. I'm sure since they're Canadian, you've probably met them a couple times.
Because you Canadians all know each other.
Of course. That's actually me and my brother.
Oh, well then.
The Fortune Brothers and the Vicious Brothers.
That's it.
They did have a sequel. It came out in 2012, and it was not good because the first one actually could almost be depicted as, since it was found footage, kind of like Blair Witch, you could have that air of it that maybe this is real. Maybe it actually did happen, and we're being lied to that this was a movie. And the second movie throws that all to shit. It's me. So, okay. Those are my three. I would highly recommend you guys check out Grave Encounters out of all of them. And if you liked Creepshow, the first Creepshow, definitely watch the second one. It's a blast.
Okay. Cool. All right. So thank you, Matt, for your 3 movies that scared you. Real quick, housekeeping. Anybody who's watching this and anybody who watches it on YouTube later on, I want to apologize for all the stuff that's going on screen right now. I'm trying to figure out how we're going to do this with the videos now, and I think I figured it out now, so everything should be stable. Second thing, I wanted to go to Facebook really quick, and I had a couple of answers. I put up there what movie scared you the most. I had a couple of answers. Now, the first one is from Sasha Cecil, and she says, the first movie that scared me was the original House on Haunted Hill. When the woman sort of glides forward in a ghostly fashion, something about how she moved that terrified me as a child. Years later, The Exorcist disturbed me, not because of the special effects so much as the dehumanizing of a young girl. And she goes on to talk about an episode of a television show that was on HBO, 6 Feet Under.
Profound.
Yeah. So, it sounds like she goes more for the psychological horror, where some people, tend to go for the gore and all that. I prefer the psychological horror. That's what I write about mostly when I do write. Then another person that wrote in, a personal friend of mine and Steven's, Matt Crua,
Matt Crua.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah. And by the way, everybody, you can catch him and others on Cartridge Blowers on the YouTube channel. So just look up Cartridge Blowers. There's like 100 and some odd episodes at this point, I'm sure. He says.
Or you can just look up YNAN. They got a whole thing going on.
Yeah. So
Cross promo.
Yeah, promo. Return the favor, Cody. Now, he says, as a child, I saw a film that made me have nightmares. The monster in the movie was an ugly, disgusting beast, and I remember leaping into my bed at night after turning the lights off in fear of the monster grasping me from under the bed. This is the only movie I saw as a child I can remember actually legitimately scaring me. I saw Elm Street, I've seen Friday the 13th, and even Evil Dead movies as a kid, but this is the one that got me. That movie, Ernest Scared Stupid.
Hey, I am totally with you. When I was a kid, that did scare me. Those trolls were scary.
So there you go, vindicated.
Yeah, you're totally well worth that fear. That's justified.
So thank you, Matt and Stacia, for those comments. And if you want to comment, if you're watching this live, by all means, I'm sure one of us is watching the live feed on YouTube right now in another window. So if you want to join in the conversations, please do. Now, moving on.
I wasn't.
Steven, you want to go?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't actually watching the live feed.
Oh.
I am. I actually have it up.
Okay.
Okay.